Today I thought we would take a look at two larger tablets that are a little more affordable than say the Tab S8 Plus or the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. We've got the Galaxy Tab S7 FE and the Lenovo Tab P12 Pro. Pricing on these two are going to be a little bit different. Now keep in mind, both of these tablets go on sale several times of the year. Even though the Tab P12 Pro is normally $699 and the Tab S7 FE starts around $529, they could be quite a bit closer in pricing depending on when you buy these. And you can go up to 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage for both tablets. So really nice options for both. You can also add a micro SD card for up to 1 terabyte of additional storage. As far as the screens go, you get a 12.6 inch AMOLED display on the P12 Pro, 2560 by 1600 resolution, and its 120 Hz refresh rate, which is always nice to have. Then you get a 12.4 inch LCD display with the same 2560 by 1600 resolution on the Tab S7 FE, only 60 Hz refresh rate though instead of 120. So both have nice and large screens, easy in the eyes for watching movies, shows, playing games. Pretty much anything you do on these two tablets I feel like most people are going to enjoy just because they're a little bit larger, and you can watch up to 2160p or upscaled 4K resolution for YouTube videos, full HD playback resolution on apps like Netflix for both tablets. Now in my opinion, I feel like the Lenovo tablet looks a little bit better in person. Obviously it's going to be personal preference on which one you like better, but to me the contrast, the colors just look a little bit better on the Tab P12 Pro, even though you can't really go wrong with either one. And then when it comes to battery life, even though these two tablets are pretty much the same size, the P12 Pro might be just a tad thicker, but when testing out the battery life on these two, it's really not as close as one would think. We're talking over 11 hours for the Tab P12 Pro in my battery drain test versus only about 6 hours on the Tab S7 FE, and that's at 100% screen brightness, so both are going to be good for normal usage, getting you through the entire day for most people, even longer if you turn the screen brightness down, obviously depending on what kinds of stuff you'll be doing. But if you want the tablet with better battery life, you're going to want to go with Lenovo. Nice thing is you get up to 45 watt fast charging for both tablets as well, which is a good thing considering how big the batteries are in these tablets. And then you get a Snapdragon 870 in the Tab P12 Pro, where you have two different options in the S7 FE, Snapdragon 750 for the 5G version, and the Snapdragon 778 if you get the Wi-Fi version. Just a quick look at the Geekbench testing sort of tells the story here. The P12 Pro is going to have better performance, but you're still going to have plenty of power for most people doing some multitasking, gaming, basic video editing. But yeah, if you want the tablet with better performance, you're going to want to go with the Tab P12 Pro. Now when it comes to gaming, both are going to be decent depending on which games you're playing obviously, but you are going to notice the P12 Pro has a little better graphics, higher frame rates than the S7 FE. Another thing to keep in mind when gaming, if you're going to be using the touchscreen, it is a little bit harder on these larger tablets compared to a 10-inch tablet just because you have to reach a little bit further. But if you're connecting a controller and playing on either one, it's actually pretty fun to play most games on larger screens like these. So if you want a larger tablet for gaming, these are going to be pretty good options in my opinion for the most part. The P12 Pro may just look and perform a little bit better. Software wise, these are both on Android 12, but as you can see, they look a little bit different, and it may just come down to personal preference on which one you like better. I really like what Lenovo's been doing after this recent update, although I would think the S7 FE is going to get updated with Android 12L, which may make me lean towards that one after the update. You also get an S Pen with the S7 FE. Precision Pen 3 is now included with the Tab P12 Pro. So no need to buy separate like you would on an iPad, but I probably prefer the S Pen slightly more than the Precision Pen. Overall though, nice options to have regardless of which tablet you go with. You also get a fingerprint scanner on the power button on the P12 Pro, where you don't get that with the Tab S7 FE. Again, sort of personal preference on which one you think has the better software. Now, if you want a tablet with really good sounding speakers, these two are a nice place to start. You've got speakers on both sides of each tablet, only two on the S7 FE, and then a quad speaker setup on the P12 Pro. The Tab S7 FE actually sounds pretty good on its own, but when you compare it right next to the P12 Pro, the Lenovo tablet is just a little bit louder and sounds better in my opinion. Here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what they sound like. I know not everyone's going to be using cameras on their tablets, but you get an 8 megapixel front facing on the P12 Pro, 5 megapixel on the S7 FE. Then you get a 13 megapixel rear facing on the P12 Pro, 8 megapixel on the S7 FE. You can also shoot up to 1080p resolution, 30 frames per second on both tablets when it comes to video recording. So you'll get a little bit higher resolution on the Tab P12 Pro when it comes to photos, but both should be fine if you have to do a Zoom meeting or a video conference call, as long as you have good lighting. Here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of how they compare to each other. So hopefully this video gave you a little closer look at these two tablets from Samsung and Lenovo. If you like tablets, I think you're in the right place. I've got several new tablets coming up that I'll be reviewing, so you'll want to look out for those. And of course, I'll have a lot more tablet comparisons to do as well.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.